October 20, 2022. This is session 1145, coming through the Omega Communications portal. Lani again with you, helping you to prepare yourself again to enter the space known as the receiving area of the station of light. Did you remember to close your eyes and take in a natural breath, filling yourself with the remembrance of your true soul light essence, in a way that transports you into the field of consciousness where you represent part of yourself and part of your locality and an aspect of your true soul essence into this space where you connect telepathically in a way, or perhaps you might visually see the beings who come forward in the station of light, the frequency pattern that it offers to us. So let's begin. You are acknowledged here as you are drawn into the energy system and the energy field, and your energy field merges into this collective consciousness field existing here. So presenting this to you as always, I am Aurum coming forward to you, and I am surrounded by the councils of light who have come forward in their galactic formations. So you may be having the vision of different beings present here with you. They come in following lines of communication, patterns of transportation fields. And the fields, of course, are not linear in their composition and presentation. They involve the collective consciousness field and the overlaying matrix which appears as specific pathways. The journeys in consciousness begin elsewhere. Your journey of consciousness within your energetic framework now and presentation began elsewhere. As you know, you might say that you are star people who have come forward into positioning yourself into the current civilization which is experiencing shifting dimensions. You are aware of this as you observe what is occurring around the planet field itself and the different land spaces, where there are groups that you could identify in a certain state of consciousness. And then there are other groups who have separated themselves from that, indeed no longer needing to interact with that field of consciousness. And so this allows the expansion into a different vibrationary frequency pattern where the other patterns of existence, of civilization, do not appear to exist. This is the emphasis that we remind you to focus within a higher light field of consciousness, which is a composition of many experiences. But as you expand deeply into that, you find there is simply one source intelligence, of cosmic intelligence within the field of creation, of the creation field manifesting. The presentation of this is to remind you of the influences around you, which you choose to accept or ignore. And as you choose to align yourself with the specific purpose of presenting the light field through you and in you, then the choice is made, and that attracts more of the energy field known as consciousness or fields of light. So you are enlightening yourself as you move through experience, and you identify where you have shifted from. You might be identifying aspects that you have experienced that simply need to be presented into the same field of light that you are experiencing in this collective frequency pattern of a dimensional existence. Multidimensional, perhaps you would remember it as and identify it as. Again, using a mixture of your words, your titles, your understanding, and yet be open to the expansion of that beyond the typical understanding within the mental framework of existence, the patterns. You know this. You know that a thought pattern is interpreting the sensory perception of images. And what you would be sensing is patterns of consciousness in a formation in an expanded dimensional field. Our focus has continued to be on the clearance of your dimensional field and all that has been experienced and has been interacting in some form with your formation or your presentation, with the imagination, with the images coming into the mind and into action. Removing those interactions that are no longer appropriate for your expanded consciousness enables further expansion, further realizations, and moving into the frequency patterns which may appear to you as a texture, as something that is tangible, to be touchable in the form of texture. Now, this again would incorporate other senses that you use to identify the field of consciousness. In this presentation, in this moment, you are being enveloped in the field of consciousness as it appears as a flow, which is more readily acceptable in your formation of your essence of light here, your body of light presentation. Therefore, if you are experiencing a sense of receiving a very clear pattern within your energy field, this confirms to you what you are receiving. It is the ongoing process of, in a sense, upgrading the energy field which interacts with the processes within the physical formation of you. And the purpose of this is that you are anchoring in, you are bringing in the rebuilding energy patterns of the civilization. In the rebuilding phrase we are using, this represents the cities of light civilizations, again, very relevant for you to be aware of. So be aware of what comes into your individual awareness, of what you receive in the worldwide connections and in your localized connections of new concepts to be formed, to assist the transition from what had already been fading away and you'd been realizing it was not sustaining the new energy that you are receiving. And therefore the rebuilding and the emergence of the energetic structures to be created in full manifestation, this is what you are preparing yourself to receive. And to do that, your entire energy field needs to be cleared so there are no limitations and you are freely moving into the energy field of that which you know exists. In this way, you receive more of the support from the energy beings. Perhaps you would call them star people, star beings, galactic beings, ready to work alongside you in the creation. There already has been identified by you a clearance and an upward shift, using your terms again of upward into a higher field of cosmic intelligence. So as you observe this and you are more aware of it, then your energy field processes what you are receiving, and in such a way this moves through your entire formation, and this is what we help you to identify as what you would call your lineage. All of the aspects of ancestral patterns. Now, in this sense, as you are the prime focus for this expanded light field, this flows through all of the ancestral patterns beyond time. And so it is an essential energy pattern. You are the central aspect of this. So you could be visualizing yourself as the light field, like a central sun, and emanating out from you is the clearing and a higher vitality energy imprinted with the pure cosmic intelligence for the purpose of the consciousness appearing in a body form. And this is emanating all around you. there's no definition as such between past, present or future. It is just that you are localized in the presentation of yourself as the central point of cosmic intelligence. The cosmic light source. Experience this. Feel it being integrated into you as you simply choose to allow that to be. Continue with this. And this is a presentation to you. I withdraw now, Aurum out. Thank you, Aurum. This is Lani again, acknowledging you, just as Aurum acknowledged us all into this dimensional field, merging of consciousness. That helps me understand that as we have presented ourselves into this field, we simply incorporate all of that cosmic intelligence into us. Gathering it all in, assimilating it. And we've all known how to do this through this lifetime and in any other presentation where we were, to do the same function of presenting this prime field of consciousness everywhere. Take this all into you with a conscious breath. Breathe it all into you, right from above your head, right down through you to beneath your feet. And on your next conscious breath in, bring the awareness of you back into your life, energy, body form. And feel this fuller expression of the presentation of the cosmic source energy in you. And if it's in you, it's around, fully within your consciousness field, emanating around you. So thanks for receiving this into this way of manifesting the higher light field civilization. Again, a reminder to take in a conscious breath, and as you open your eyes, orient yourself back where you are receiving this, deeply into it, into the current earth space-time as we measure it and know it to be. Consciousness has shifted. In these few minutes we have experienced this session. I now end the session through the Omega Communications portal. Thank you, everyone.